5 Parables of the Valley. 5 Parables of the Valley. The spider and the golden thread. A magnificent spider, whose body shone like the sun, lived in the corner of an empty barn. One day, out of pure boredom and overflowing joy, she decided to weave a masterpiece. From her own belly, she pulled a thread of golden silk. She wove circles within circles, intricate traps, and beautiful geometric patterns. She worked with such passion that she spun herself into the very center of the maze, wrapping the silk around her own legs to hold the structure tight. Days passed. The spider grew hungry and thirsty. She tried to move to the window, but her legs were bound by the complex knots she had tied. She pulled and struggled, but the silk was strong. She began to weep. "Cruel fate," she cried, "who has built this prison to trap me? Which demon tied these knots?" A passing wind whispered through the barn. "Why do you cry, little mother? The prison is made of your own substance. You are not the victim of the web, you are the source of it." The spider stopped crying. She remembered the sensation of her own belly. She did not struggle against the silk. Instead, she simply ate it. She reabsorbed the web back into herself, dissolving the prison into her own freedom, and walked away. Moral: you are bound only by the threads you have spun yourself. The lantern and the monster. An old oil lantern lived in the cellar of a great house. It had heard terrible stories from the other tools about a beast called the darkness. The shovel said the darkness was huge and black. The broom said the darkness swallowed everything in the room. Terrified but brave, the lantern decided to go to war. "I will find this darkness," the lantern vowed, "and I will wrestle it to the ground." The lantern marched into the far corner of the cellar. "Come out, darkness," it shouted. But there was only bright yellow light on the bricks. It looked under the stairs. "Show yourself," but there was only the golden glow of the wood. It spun around quickly, trying to catch the darkness behind it, but the light moved just as fast. Exhausted, the lantern collapsed. "I am a failure," it wept. "I cannot even find the enemy, let alone defeat him." A wise old matchstick lying on the floor laughed. "You fool," said the matchstick. "You cannot find the darkness because you are the light. Wherever you look, you only see yourself." Moral: the light can never know the dark, for the light destroys it by arriving. The iceberg and the ocean. A massive, jagged iceberg floated in the warm southern seas. It was proud of its sharp edges, its hardness, and its height. "Look at me," it boasted to the water below. "I am strong, I am defined. You are just formless, weak, wishing-washy slush. You have no character." The ocean rocked the iceberg gently and said, "My child, why do you speak of me and you?" "Because I am ice," said the iceberg, "and you are water. We are opposites." As the days grew hotter, the iceberg began to sweat. Its sharp edges rounded. Its height diminished. Panic set in. "I am dying," the iceberg screamed. "I am losing myself. I am disappearing." "No," whispered the ocean. "You are not dying. You are relaxing. You are holding your breath, making yourself hard and cold to feel separate. Now you are exhaling. Welcome back to the whole." Moral: form is just spirit holding its breath. The furnace and the rotten wood. A great temple furnace was kept burning day and night. One day, the novice monk brought a cart full of wood to feed it, but the wood was old, rotten, covered in mud, and smelled of decay. The novice hesitated. "I cannot put this filth into the sacred fire," he thought. "It will pollute the flames. I must go find sandalwood and cedar." The furnace, hearing the monk's hesitation, roared with a crackling voice, "Why do you starve me, boy?" "The wood is impure, great fire," the monk said. "It is dirty and rotten." The furnace laughed, sending sparks into the sky. "Do you think I am a weak stomach that gets sick from bad food? Throw it in. To you it is rotten wood. To me it is just fuel. Give me the mud, give me the rot, give me the gold, give me the garbage. I turn it all into heat. I turn it all into light." Moral: to the great fire, everything is fuel. The top and the pebble. A child was playing on a flat stone path. He had a colorful wooden spinning top and a gray pebble. He spun the top with a flick of his wrist. It whirled so fast that it stood perfectly upright, making a low, humming sound. It spun so perfectly that it looked motionless. The grey pebble, sitting nearby, looked at the top. "Greetings, brother," said the pebble. "I see you are resting still, just like me. It is good to be solid and unmoving, isn't it?" The top did not answer with words, but the hum grew louder. "I am not resting like you," the top hummed. "You are still because you are dead weight. I am still because I am moving faster than the eye can see. If I stop moving, I will fall. My balance comes from my motion." The child reached out and touched the pebble. Nothing happened. Then he touched the still top, and it kicked his finger with a shock of energy, bounding away across the stones. Moral, true stillness is not the absence of movement, but the perfection of it. I lie.